Hey everyone, this is Trav from JW Sabers, and in front of me I have a protector hilt, one of our Knight series sabers. And this is going to be a how-to video on applying the wrap, which comes with this hilt. So I'm seeing a fair few upcoming ones having a wrap kit with them as well. So what you get in the bag is a decent length of wrap there. Probably get 2 sabers out of that potentially. And 3 little pieces of double-sided tape to help secure that. So this wrap is going to go around the grip section of our hilt. So that's what we're going to get to today. You'll need a couple of basics. Try to just pick things that everyone's going to have around the house. So you'll need a pen or a pencil to mark where we're going to cut. You'll need some scissors or a knife to cut through the wrap. And you'll need a straight edge. So obviously you could use a ruler or get a box of breadsticks. We can use that too. First thing we want to do is identify the angle at which we want to wrap this piece. So neither of the ends of this wrap are pre-cut. I want to just get a feel for what different angles might look like. So if we were to wrap this around, I mean, something like that seems to be pretty good. So that's a pretty, just looking at the angle between this raised section and the wrap itself, that's a pretty shallow angle there, which means we want a pretty long cut on the wrap. I'm just going to eyeball this one. We'll take our straight edge. Good breadsticks, by the way. Classic. My pen's not even working. Alright, I've got a bit of a line there, that'll do. I'll just double check I'm cutting that the right way. Yes. If you have a knife and a straight edge, a metal ruler, that's going to give you a nicer cut, but I'm just kind of having a crack at this today. Do as I say, not as I do. There we go. I think I did reasonably well there. It's fairly straight. All right. So now we're going to test fit. So I might turn the saber over so the tip of the wrap is going to be at the back. And then we're just going to wrap it around, following that cut. See, first problem. Your cut actually needs to be long enough so that it goes all the way around the hilt once. So there's a difference between this, that little black section there. That's what I've missed really. So it's another 10 millimeters or so. I'll actually do another line just so that I can try and keep it straight. And I'll just mark where it would actually end up. It's going to be there. All right. This is not going to be as straight because I'm using the existing cut, but it's going to get close enough that I think it'll be okay. Take 2. Again, back of the hilt. Now note, we're actually covering up an optional hole for a cover tech knob there, but you could still always add that. So now we can apply the pressure to our wrap, and as we pull and twist, you'll notice that you can see this little raised edge where the top piece is overlapping the piece before it. So what we want to do is aim for a consistent width of that as we wrap around. There's a few little ripples forming in that. I'm not too worried about that. This isn't our final fit, but we do want to get the spacing right. And you want to keep going beyond the point where we actually want to stop, which is against this silver section. I want to keep going until we get to the point where we're meeting the previous wrap, where it touches the silver. So that's the point where we want to actually finish our cut. So I'm going to mark slightly past that, which is not by much, but see, it finishes just here. I'm going to mark maybe 3 mil, 4 mil beyond that. And I'm going to mark both pieces. So the top layer and the layer before it. I'm just going to put a tiny little dot that is now on both sections. If we're happy with the wrap, that tells us where we should cut. So you see we have our 2 dots here. And one more cut. Now I want to test fit it again. So again, from the back. The moment of truth there is that that kind of contacts right where our cut starts, which is great. But we are going to unwrap it again all the way. And then we're going to take one of our bits of double-sided tape. And apply it at the back at our starting point. Mostly on the side of which the wrap's going to go. Bit finicky, but got that one on. And we're going to start with our wrap. So make sure we start with the same end. We've been test fitting. And I want to put the end of it snugly against the pommel. Even release the pommel a little bit and just really push it against the edge. And as we come back around, focus on our spacing. Really press that section down. Get that leather nice and get that wrap nice and firmly stuck. Now just repeat the same process. Watch our spacing. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just gonna put some pressure on 1.5 wraps back from the top. Make it 2.5 wraps. And we're going to take another piece of tape. Yeah, that feels pretty nice.